The music world just lost something bigger than a singer. It lost the final voice of an entire era. Nedra Talley Ross, the last surviving member of the Ronettes, has passed away at the age of 80. And with her, the story of one of the most iconic girl groups in history has officially come to an end. But to really understand why this matters, you have to go back to the 1960s. Back then, music was changing fast. Rock was rising, pop was evolving, and right in the middle of it came three young women who would redefine the sound of a generation. The Ronettes weren't just singers, they were a movement. With their bold style, signature look, and powerful harmonies, they created a sound that was emotional, dramatic, and completely unforgettable. And then came the song that changed everything, Be My Baby. That opening beat, that echo, that voice, it wasn't just music, it was magic. And even today, decades later, that same sound still influences artists across pop, rock, and modern music. But here's something most people don't realize. Nedra Talley Ross was never the loudest name in the group. She wasn't always in the spotlight. Yet she was a core part of that sound, that identity, that legacy. She helped build something that outlived trends, something that survived generations. The group rose to fame after working with legendary producer Phil Spector in the early 1960s. And soon, they were everywhere. From Be My Baby, to Baby, I Love You, to Walking in the Rain. Their music became the blueprint for what pop could be. But like many legends, their time at the top didn't last forever. By the late 1960s, the group had split, and Nedra stepped away from the spotlight, choosing a different path in life. Yet the impact? That never faded. In 2007, the Ronettes were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a recognition of just how powerful their influence really was. And over the years, one by one, the original members passed away, until Nedra, the last voice, the final connection to that golden era. And now, she's gone too. She passed away peacefully at home, surrounded by her family. A quiet ending to a life that helped create something so loud, so powerful, so unforgettable. But here's the truth. Legends don't disappear. Because every time you hear that iconic beat, every time that vintage sound comes back, every time music feels just a little more emotional, that legacy is still alive. And maybe that's the real story here. Not that an era ended, but that it left something behind that will never end. If you want the full breakdown of how the Ronettes changed modern music forever, it's on my channel. Subscribe for more real stories behind music legends, history, and hidden impact.